Welcome again. This is our 6th annual Veterans Day celebration. I'm very, very thrilled to see so many people in the audience, many faces that I've seen over the last 6 years here, and some new ones. I hope that that put you in the mood for tonight, because our celebration is about America and about the people who have kept this country free. These people here are alumni and present band members. I thank them for taking part, some of them since their 3rd grade, and Katie reminded me that she's already in 9th grade. So time flies, but here she is to come back and help us with this great celebration. So I thank them for being here with us tonight. Most importantly, though, it is definitely my privilege and a great honor to do this year after year. It has become passion, it has become a drive, and I speak for not only myself, but for the children alongside of me and the children that sit behind me. We do this for a reason. They know why they do it, they're thrilled to do it, and that is to honor the great men and women who are here today as veterans, and some that are here today that are still serving in the military. So, lest we not forget that those are the people that allow us to sit here tonight. So, let's continue, and as we do, we're going to welcome our veterans in our parade of veterans. I hope you enjoy the concert.
Army Specialist 5, John Marullo, stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing as we sing the national anthem.
You may be seated.
The first Veterans Day was observed on November 11th, 1919, to commemorate the one-year anniversary of the signing of the armistice that brought an end to World War I. The day was known as Armistice Day. The First War was known as the War to End All Wars. And many people believe that the peace agreement, or armistice, was reached on November 11th, should be commemorated with the holiday so that people would never forget the great cost of the war. In the following years, the first Armistice Day, many citizens believed that Memorial Day was a national holiday already set aside for the day of celebrating and honoring veterans. Memorial Day is an American holiday to remember those citizens who have died in the fighting of the war. Armistice Day was to be in a day in which the country would honor all soldiers who served in World War I. As of 1926, only 27 states had declared November 11th a legal holiday to remember those who served in the First World War.
On June 4th, 1926, Congress passed and sent a resolution to the President asking that November 11th be declared an annual national holiday. More than 10 years passed. On May 13th, 1938, Congress finally declared Armistice Day a legal national holiday. Just 1 year later, war broke out in Europe and new soldiers were called on to fight for their country. In the years following World War II, Americans were called on to fight in Korea. By the mid-1950s, many veterans had served the country in battle were not recognized by others. Alvin J. King, the uncle of John Cooper, a soldier killed in World War II, approached his congressman, Edward J. Reed, and asked that Armistice Day be changed into a holiday that would honor all veterans from all wars. Congressman Rees did as asked, and on June 1st, 1954, President Dwight D.
signed the law which renamed Armistice Day, Veterans Day. In 1968, Congress passed a bill which declared that all holidays except New Year's Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas will be observed on the Monday nearest to the original date of the holiday. Many Americans thought that the date of Veterans Day was much too
Thank you, speakers. And now, what would the patriotic celebration be without singing? Would you please join the crowd, the chorus, as we sing "This Land Is Your Land" and "You're a Grand Old Flag." I see you're out of practice. So we're going to give you a try on Grand Old Flag. Let's hear it. There's a lot of people in here and it's a big room. Let's go. Again, but right now I'd like to welcome to the stage Mr. David Morozak.
Well, I guess you don't have to know my name, but I'm here with Sarah and Rachel Wong, and I'd like to thank the school, Ms. Canal, and all the other teachers. They did a fabulous job every year putting this on. I think they deserve a hand. Next, I'd like to say, whenever you see a serviceman and they have a veteran hat on, or they're in uniform, don't be afraid to go up and shake their hand and say, thank you for your service. It means so much to them. You wouldn't really know. But if they really put a smile on after you say it to them. Now I'll tell you where I was. In 1967, I went into the Navy. And from 67 to 71, I did 4 tours of Vietnam on an ammunition ship by the name of USS Pyro, which means fire. And on there, I was a 3rd class gunner's mate. And I took care of the ship's armory. I drove forklift. We put ammunition in our cargo holds, and we supplied destroyers, cruisers, minesweepers, aircraft carriers, you name it, we had it for them. And we broke it off, we put it away, we broke it again. We were seeing sunrise and sunset once or twice a day. And it was a tough. And we have brothers from Korea and Vietnam that are still missing in action. And please remember them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Morozic. And you know what? This is our way of saying thank you to all of you. So we hope tonight that puts a big smile on your faces. Next, I'd like to welcome Mr. Ken Frisbee tonight.
As she mentioned, my name is Ken Frisbee. I was corporal in the United States Marine Corps. And I'd like to thank you guys again. This takes a lot of work. It really does, rehearsals and everything else. We really appreciate it. Let's really appreciate that. I joined the Marine Corps in 1960. Upon graduation, I was stationed in Camp Lejeune for about 2.5 years. While I was there, I was like this guy. I was at sea for about a year. And I had buddies who joined the Navy and never made it to sea, but I did. I was on what they call a Vegas cruise. Took me down to the Cuba. We all know where Gitmo Bay is. I was down there. And St. Troy, St. Thomas, Puerto Rico, San Juan. I visited all those islands down there. I also went on a med cruise. That was 6 to 7 months. I was very fortunate. A lot of people don't go there. I was over in Europe. I saw Spain. In Spain, I actually was in Barcelona. I saw a bullfight. There's not too many people who can say that, I'll tell you. I was in Turkey. In Turkey, in those days, they had the bakas on. All the women, all you saw was the eyes. I don't think they wear them that much now in Turkey, but at that time they did. Italy, I was in the cameo factories up in Italy. France, I was in Cannes, France, at the beach. Some of you know about Cannes. I had a really good time in there. I was in supply. I had a job 9 to 5. Thank God I wasn't in the infantry. Those guys, God love them, they work hard. They really do. I had a pretty good job. Upon my cruises, I was coming back, and 1962, we got word aboard ship, we had to go back. Some of you may remember the Cuban crisis. Well, I was there. I was in a foxhole with an M60 machine gun, pointed right toward the missiles. I'll tell you what, that was a little scary. President Kennedy told him, take them out, or we'll take them out. And thank God Khrushchev backed down and didn't take him out. I got this ribbon here for that. It's a National Defense ribbon. I got that for my service in the Cuban crisis. This is a good conduct medal. I mean, all the guys in the service knows about that. You have to serve 3 years in the service before you qualify for that. You have to be a very good soldier. You cannot do anything bad. Now this I shot expert in the Marine Corps 3 years in a row. They have sharpshooter, marksman, and expert. Expert is the highest you can get. And I was very fortunate. I was good enough to qualify expert. So that's where that came from. I served 4 years in the Corps, and then I went up to Quonset Point, Rhode Island. I was guarding nuclear weapons. That has since closed. And then I'm very proud of my service, and which these guys all are too. And that's about the gist of it. And came back and got married and lived in Scranton ever since. 48 years.
Thank you both. We'll hear from more of our speakers, but right now I'd like to introduce Olivia Bloom, and she has a lovely poem for you.
Because of you, I am here. Because of you, I am able to live freely. Yet I do not know you, and I have not done anything for you. But there you stand ready to fight, and there you are prepared to die for me. You fought before and you'll fight again for someone you know you don't know. So thank you, you unknown soldier fighting for me. I am here because of you, and I owe my future to you.
Sometimes I think about America.
Each day before school starts and at the end of the school day, there are children in charge of raising the flag and taking it down. And 3 of them are here tonight to perform their duty for you in an official way. So please welcome to our stage Christopher Reed, Lydia McConnell, and Chloe Shears.
First fold is a symbol of life. Second fold is a symbol of our belief in eternal life. Third fold is made in honor and remembrance of the Veterans Department, our rank, who gave a portion of their lives for the defense of our country to attend peace throughout the world. Fourth fold represents our weaker nature, for as American citizens trust in God, it is Him we turn in times of peace as well as times of war for His divine guidance. Fifth fold is a tribute to our country, and our country is dealing with other countries. May she always be right, but is she still wrong? Our country, right or wrong? Sixfold is for where our heart lies. It is our heart that we pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sevenfold is the tribute to our Army force, for it is through the Army force that we protect our country, our flag, against all enemies, whether they be found within or without the boundaries of our republic. Eightfold is a tribute to one who entered into the valley of the shadow of death, that we might see the light of day, and to honor mothers for whom lies on Mother's Day. Ninefold is for the tribute to the womanhood, for it has been throughout their faith, love, loyalty, and devotion that the characters of the men and women we have made in this country a great has been modeled. Tenfold is for the Father, for He too has given His son and daughter for the defense of our country since they were first born. 11fold, in the eyes of the Hebrew citizens, represents the lower portion of the seal of King David and King Solomon, and glorifies the love of God, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. 12fold, in the eyes of Christian citizens, represents the emblems of eternity, and glorifies in the eyes of God, the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit. 13fold, when the last fold made 13th, the stars are uppermost, remembering of us, our nation's motto, in God we trust. After the flag is complete and tucked, it takes on our appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us of the soldiers who served under General George Washington, sailed in the Marines, and served under Captain John Paul Jones, and who were followed by many comrades and ship matches in the Army force of the United States, preserving for us the right, privilege, and freedom we enjoy today.
expertise. I am merely his accompanist. Excellent job. And now I'd like to take this time to invite a couple more of the gentlemen to our stage. Mr. Maldonado, would you please come up?
How you doing? I'm getting nervous when I speak before a lot of people, so I'm going to make it short. I'm proud to be American. I'm proud to be a veteran.
Thank you very much. And now, Mr. Jeff Del Gercio.
You did a great job. How about that? A little different? I knew everything then. I was in the Air Force. I enlisted early. My senior year in high school, I was academically ahead, so I enlisted. I spent the summer at my uncle's place down in Ocean City, Maryland. And then I went to basic training in Texas, Washington State for survival training, and Denver, Colorado for electronics school. And then I went to the Philippines and the Far East. I was based out of the Philippines, but I saw every country that was over there, and it was exciting. I would do it again. I would recommend it to anybody. I got my degree in electronics through the Air Force, and that led to other things. And I enjoyed it. I saw Australia, Thailand, Guam, Korea. I was in Hawaii twice. I really enjoyed everything about it, and I have great friendships as a result. You get a little homesick, but that goes away. You'll meet people. You can always see your family. And I did 6 years, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I can't even begin to tell you. I still hear from guys, and now with all the modern technology of Facebook, even more people are contacting me that I haven't seen in, close to 15, 17 years. So the kids did a great job, and I really appreciate everything that's going on, and I'm sure the other veterans do too. Thank you.
And last but not least, Mr. James Kuchwara.
Well, again, this honor that is bestowed upon all of us veterans and people that were in the service, it's truly an honor. It was 3 years ago that I stood up on the stage, and it was so emotional for me because that was my homecoming from Vietnam. I was in Vietnam in '69 and '70. In June of '68, I graduated from Scranton High and Scranton Tech. In January, I was in '69, I was in Vietnam. The average soldier in Vietnam at that time, throughout Vietnam, was 18 to 22 years old. It wasn't something that we all hold to each other, what really went on in our times of war. We can sit with each other and we can discuss certain things, but there's certain things that we will take to our grave. The honor that is bestowed upon each and every one of us veterans is to not only honor and respect our fellow soldiers that never came home. We left so many behind. I mean, their bodies were taken home. But all we have is memories of our brothers. On November 13th, the Vietnam Wall will have its 30th anniversary. In 1982, that was dedicated out in Washington, D.C. That is such a monument for all of us veterans, veterans from all wars go. But us Vietnam veterans, when we go to that wall, it is so very emotional that it's unexplainable unless you really go to that wall. I was asked the question when I came in here tonight from a reporter from the Times, what Veterans Day meant to me. I can honestly tell you this, I didn't have to go to no Lifeline and tell the answer to that. Veterans Day means so emotional to me that all the ceremonies throughout this country that is being given, such as this ceremony, is such an honor and tribute to all of us soldiers. And all of our soldiers that are not home now and fighting in all the wars. There's not a soldier that would say the war that they were in would hope that there would be no wars after that. I can look out here and say to all these young kids, I hope you are never, ever standing on any stage and speaking on behalf of you being a veteran. Not saying that you couldn't do the job, but we hope you never have to be a veteran. There's so many soldiers that are away from their family and loved ones and doing what they were born to do. They're fighting and defending this country in such a way that all other countries can never, ever compare to us. I will not say nothing about the soldiers in other countries, but I'll tell you what, we are looked at through all this world. Last year at this time, I stood here, and I spoke about Neil Armstrong himself. And how I'd sit over next door, and I'd sit on my deck, and I looked at that moon, and I could still see that vision of him standing there, putting the American flag on the moon. Well, as we all know, Neil Armstrong did pass away last year. Now when I look out there, that flag's up a little higher. I know there's one on the moon, but I can bet you one thing, when he walked through those pearly gates, the Lord looked at him and said, we waited for you to come to put that flag up there. He did do that. You know, the Vietnam Wall, in 1982, there was 58,000 names on it. I think to date there's 58,282. In 1982, they raised $8,400,000 for the dedication, for that monument. Now think of this. Yeah, there was one contributor that donated $4 million, another one $3.5 million. But there was 270,000 contributors to make sure that wall went up. And I will tell you this, I am proud to go to that wall and see the names of all those soldiers and know that they were part of making this country the greatest country on this earth. I am here with a gentleman tonight. He wouldn't come up and speak. His name is Duke. Duke is the commander of Post 25 right here in North Scranton. That's the 25th post that was created in this country. And Duke, if I'm going to let you walk out here without standing up, let these people pay tribute to them. Stand up. Will you do it, please? He has a job over there at 25, and he's doing one good job. We lost a good friend of ours right from North Scranton last week, Billy Noon, who died one day shy of his 62nd birthday. 3 years ago, right up here in the Little League, was named after Jimmy Reddington. Last summer, on the corner of Franklin and Mulberry Street, Carol Ann Drasba, who was a nurse at the old state hospital, some of you people might not remember the state hospital, but they put that statue of her. She was killed in Vietnam in 1966. She was one of 8 women killed in Vietnam. These are things that I can never forget. I can never forget 3 years ago what you people did to me over at you, the administration, and the faculty of this school. All I can say is that the president of this country would say, this is a job well done by all of us. Thank you.
I am the flag. I look down upon this land called America. I have been here since the great nation was formed. I have seen each battle fought. I have seen the heroes die for me, for my country. Thank you, all those of you who have kept me flying in the breeze, keeping this country united as one. Thank you, those of you who have sacrificed your lives, giving up all that I may still fly, watching over the citizens of this nation. Thank you, all those of you who have ever fought. I am very grateful for you. You risked everything. You faced death each day, faced fears, faced many terrible things. And because of you, my thanks, you ring out, filling the sky. From the hills they find their way to the graveyards. And to all of you still living, you are a special kind of person. To anyone who has ever served this country and to those serving today, thank you. As I watch life from atop my flagpole, as I think of you, all you've done, my feelings become too powerful for words, and all I can say is thank you.
My country
all that we need to say. And as we play and sing our next number, we would love if you recognize your tune, servicemen and women that are here tonight. Please stand and be recognized. As much as I hate to say goodnight, and I do, because I love patriotic music, and that's why we're here today. And that's why I did thank you, Mr. Couture, after you spoke. You guys are the reasons we're here, the reason that they're here. I thank you for educating us, because each year you do. I thank you for being here, and I hope that all of us tonight walk away with a better appreciation for the country we live in, and for the people who have kept it that way. So we're going to end, and I'd ask you to stand and join me as we sing, God Bless America.